Just very proud of our team. After you lose a really tough game on Friday night, the resiliency and just the want to of all these guys all year. I mean, we played all 36 ACC games, and there isn't one game in the ACC that's ever easy. So to come out as Coastal Division champs after playing all 36, I just think it's a tremendous accomplishment. So proud of all of our seniors. When those guys get recognized before the game, and you understand how hard we work them on the baseball side, and understand just how much they have accomplished as a group on the baseball side. Well, on the academic side, you hear their majors, the ones that aren't going to continue playing baseball, what kind of jobs they've already got secured. Just makes you even more proud. So we're happy to win today. We had to win today to win it. And, I think we did the same thing in 19, had to do the same thing again here on the last day of the regular season this year. So again, very proud of this group.
We'll open it up for questions, beginning with one from Rod McKenzie. Go ahead, Rod.
Hey, Danny, we've talked throughout the year about, nothing has come easy for the team this year. How much did, Wilhite and Waddell contribute to the leadership and keeping the team, involved and competitive throughout the year?
Well, both those guys are our most experienced, players. They've both played, Wilhite's played 5 years now. Waddell has played 4. They're just very steady in the middle of the infield. And, we saw Waddell make some plays over the weekend, just going in the 6-hole and throwing guys out. The diving play that Austin Wilhite made today. And those are things that sometimes just get overlooked, but not overlooked by me or our staff or our players. They're just great middle infielders that, make a lot of plays for our team and for our pitchers. So both of them just really, really good guys, good workers, but great competitors.
Go now to a question from Ken Segura. Go ahead, Ken.
Danny, if I could just ask you to reflect on winning back-to-back Coastals and particularly this season where it was up and down, and now it seems like you're heading in the right direction again.
Well, I said this when we had the dedication. I think that our president here at Georgia Tech deserves a lot of credit, because I think back in the fall when, you had the Big Ten not going to play football, the Pac-12 not going to play football. I think our president and other presidents in the ACC decided that, no, we can do this. We're going to try to move forward and have a football season. And then once football got going and all the other sports just kind of fell in line, I mean, it just, I guess, put everybody at ease that we were going to have a season. And like I said, to battle through 36 conference games and play every one of them, and come out as Coastal Division champs. I mean, it just says a lot about the character of our team and the resiliency of our team. So very proud of them. And, now we get to focus on postseason play and I'm excited about that.
Do a question now from Patience Beach. Go ahead, Patience.
To piggyback off of that, how special is it to win the Coastal Division and go into the ACC tournament as Coastal Division champions?
Oh, it's special. This is a hard league. There's a lot of great teams. There's a lot of great coaches, and every game is is important, and they're tough to win. So when you stack a bunch of wins up and win your division, I mean, that's a major accomplishment. This. I'll just say it. This is one of the best leagues in the country, and the best players and best coaches are, in this league. And so you just got to be proud of them when they accomplish something like this.
Do another question now from Rod.
Hey, Danny, piggybacking on that, how much satisfaction did it give you to go out and win the Coastal yourselves instead of having to back into it?
Always gives you satisfaction. And we kind of said that, probably with 3 weekends to go. We had Clemson coming in here red hot. And so to get that sweep That kind of set the tone for the next 2 weekends. We let a game get away from us last Sunday in Miami, and then had a extra inning game with Georgia Tuesday night, and then a really grinder game where we lost Friday night here, and then had to grind a 1-run game last night, and then this team in the 9th inning had to the tying run at the plate. So nothing's easy, and but we knew that if we won enough of them in those last 3 series that we could control everything. And Miami got red hot. They played well against us last weekend, and then went to Louisville and swept Louisville. So they're red hot right now as well.
Got time for 1 or 2 more. We'll go to another one from Ken Segura.
Obviously, any game you want to start fast and get your lead, but on a day like today where so much is on the line, did that even help a little more to maybe put Marquise a little at ease, or just get the team in a good frame of mind?
It definitely helps to give him some runs early. I haven't mentioned him, but his last 2 starts, he's pitched great, and that's great to see because got off to just a slow start with some health issues. So we just kind of had to build him up to get him to this point in the season, and back-to-back starts against Miami and North Carolina, he's pitching really well. So just says a lot about Marquise and how hard he works, and just, how good the kid is, but proud of him the way he pitched today.
Wrap us up here, Rod.
Hey, Danny, a 2-parter. Number one, how much does it build your confidence in somebody like Dalton Smith with, the situation you put him in and what he did? And number 2, what's your schedule moving forward?
Well, Dalton Smith's kind of funny. So we wanted to put him in against Reimer, left on left. And when he threw his warm-up pitches, he hardly threw a strike. And so we're sitting there now, like we sit Maxwell down, and didn't really want to use him today, but all of a sudden it got like, man, we got to get Maxwell going. So we sent him to the pen. Hitter steps in, and Dalton Smith throws 3 straight, just great sliders. So, just awesome for him to get in that situation and come up big for his team.
All right. Thank you very much, Coach.
Thank you.
Hey, Marquise, when the team went out and had a couple big innings for you early, did that help you relax a little?
Yes, sir. Of course, it's always great with runs on the board on the offensive side. And just the main thing is when you have big innings like that, is just to go back and you're sitting there for a long time. So just going back and executing pitches, it helps the whole team get a win.
Go to a question now from Ken Segura. Go ahead, Ken.
Hey, Marquise. The top of the second, you gave up 1 run, bases were loaded. And then Thompson, I don't know if you remember much about the at-bat, but he kept fouling off pitches. There was a foul tip that, Kevin couldn't catch. And it seemed like, here's a moment where the game could kind of change. What do you remember about kind of what was going through your mind and how you felt about getting through that last at-bat?
Yeah, he was a great hitter. So just he kept battling. So I just know that I got to execute this pitch right now and just hope for the best, because just make sure that I get that pitch, get my leg down, and just focus on my execution.
Do a question now from Patience Feach. Go ahead, Patience.
Have you become more comfortable and confident as you have had more starting opportunities to pitch?
Definitely. I'm just being around my teammates. They're great. They always, just to get my first win on senior night was great. So they always keep me under their wing, and they're always here for me, and I love those guys. So I'm just glad that I could do what I could do on their day.
Do another question from Rod.
Marquise, did you have any one pitch that was working better for you this afternoon, and how did you feel about your pitch locations?
There's always stuff to work on. I feel like my changeup was working more than my curveball today. Just main focus is getting ahead in counts, focus on my mechanics, and executing those pitches with conviction, and then I'll be more successful in the future.
We'll do another question from Ken.
2 quick things. The pitch you got Thompson out on, the fly out, do you remember what you threw?
Curveball.
Well, and the second thing, obviously, senior day, the two guys behind you at second and short have meant a lot to this team and to you. Kind of tell me about what they've meant to you, and they obviously came through with a couple nice plays and made sports runs for you today.
They're always it's great to have those two behind me, and they always been there for me since day one, and even since my injury, they encouraged me, stay positive, and you're gonna come back and be our guy. So for me to just be there for them, that's the least I can do. I love those guys, man. They're the greatest, the greatest teammates I've ever had, to be honest.
Anything else for Marquise? All right, thank you very much.
Thank you, Marquise.
Hey, Austin, what were your thoughts going into the game? First of all, knowing that it was your last home game, and secondly, how important the game was to the team.
Just as my last home game here on the flats, I was just, leave everything out on the field. I didn't want to leave here today with any regret of, oh, I should have dove for that ball or, ran harder for that thing or, whatever it may be. I just knew I had to leave it all out. As a team, we came out today, it was a must-win game. We were trying to win our division, and we knew, after last night, things got a little bit heated between the two teams. So we wanted to come out, make a strong point that we were the better team out here today. And that's exactly what we did.
Go to a question now from Patience Beach. Go ahead, Patience.
Austin, how did it feel to play so well as a senior on your final senior day at home?
I couldn't ask for anything more. 2 hits on the day, made some good defensive plays. It was the way I wanted to go out here. I came in my freshman year and played well, and I figured, I might as well end on a good note too. So I couldn't have asked for a better day.
Question now from Ken Segura. Go ahead, Ken.
Austin, I noticed at the end of the game, you and Luke shared a hug out beyond second base. Kind of describe what that moment felt like, and kind of, just your thoughts about playing with him and with you for the last 3 years.
Luke's been probably my favorite team I've ever played with. We've made a good chemistry up the middle with him at short, me at second. Even when he was at second, I was at short when we first started out. We don't even really talk to each other most of the game. We just look at each other. We kind of know what we're thinking, what we're doing for each ball that's hit to us. I know he's there for me on second base. If he gets a ball or I get one, he knows, I'm going to be there for him. I love Luke like a brother. I'd do anything for him, be there for him in any situation. It's been great being out here to be able to play with him. And we just, enjoy that last moment together on this field, not for the end of the season, but last time together on this field. So, we're just soaking it in.
Do a question now from Rod McKenzie.
Hey, Austin, the team's had a lot of ups and downs throughout the season, as most of the ACC teams. What does it say about the team to come back and win those last 2 after losing the first game of the series?
Yeah, we've had a bunch of up and downs this year. I think the downs of what actually have made us stronger as a team, the way we fight back. If we lose a game, we come out stronger the next game. Be able to come back, after Friday night and come out and win these next 2 games just shows the determination, the grit that our team has. And it's a good starting point to carry us over here into this postseason play we're about to go to.
Got time for a couple more. We'll do one from Patience Beach. Go ahead, Patience.
Does this win give the team a confidence booster going into the ACC tournament?
Absolutely. It gives us, coming off walk-off last night, coming out just strong today the entire game. Now we're going into ACC tournament, thinking, doesn't matter who they throw at us, who we play. It's going to be somebody we've played before probably. And, we're coming off a strong uphill slide right now. So, we're going to go out there and give it our best.
Wrap us up, Rod.
Hey, Austin, I wonder if you could talk a little bit about Marquise Grissom. He comes out as a freshman in such an important game, and how he handled himself out there.
He handles himself amazingly. As a freshman, I remember my freshman year, I wasn't on the mound, so it's completely different. But, you're nervous, especially in these big games where it's a must-win game for us. He came out and, he was able to fill up the zone, keep guys off balance, get ground balls when he needed, get flyouts when he needed. Just very impressive by him, as a freshman to come out against a team like that in a game like we're having today with the pressure, just be able to compete and hold it down for us to get the win.
All right. Thank you very much, Austin.
Thank you.
Thank you, Austin.